So the first thing is this, y'all. We got the Nets. The Nets, they going through a lot right now. KD gave an ultimatum, met up with the GM, met up with the owner, and said that you either got to get rid of Sean Marks and Steve Nash, or you got to trade me. All right. So we gonna kick this question off to you, Javon. All right. Now, what should the Nets owner do? Should they follow KD's directions or what? Just tell me what you think. What would you do if you were the owner?
Now, what would I do? I'm trading them. I'm sorry. Ain't nobody running my franchise like that. And the thing is, like for me with KD, he is KD. He is top 3 in the league. He's that guy. But you look bad in the playoffs. It don't matter about the coach, none of that. You look bad individually. Like one-on-one, you couldn't beat nobody. So for me, I'll trade them. They have a solid team with right now. They picked up TJ Warren. I like that pickup. They picked up Royce O'Neal as well. That's another solid pickup. Now, if you trade KD, you ain't getting nothing but great assets, young talent, draft picks. You're getting a lot for him. It's gonna be hard to get a team to really take him though, just because of his history of leaving. He's got a long list, but it's getting there if he gets traded here. So for me, I'm trading them. Even though they might be in a tough situation, because I'm not sure what team would give up everything for that they want for him. So I trade them, but it's gonna be tough for them to really to trade them. So Sean Marks and Steve Nash might be gone.
All right. You, Devin?
So me, I actually agree with what Javon said. Honestly, to be honest, if I had the choice, I'd get rid of all of them. Steve Nash, Sean Marks, and KD. But if you got to pick between the two, like he said, if KD was playing like he really is, then it's a no-brainer. You got to keep KD. But the fact that he not, it's like, come on, man. Like, you making all these demands and stuff, but then when we went in the playoff, he was terrible. Like, I honestly, I thought highly of KD. I really did. Even though he ain't like, I don't root for him like that. Everybody probably think or hear me talking about him. But he was like one of them guys. And now I'm just looking at him sideways like, man, like, are you that dude or not? So at this point, I would get rid of him just because I think he going on 34. So he's not getting no younger. The league is there's some nice players in the league now. So like, I don't know. Like he just can't. Basically, I feel like he's been going off his cachet and his name for the last couple years since the Warriors, and it's not been working out for him. You asked for I ain't gonna say he asked. People saying, well, KD wasn't the one that wanted James Harden there, but he had to sign off on that. He had to sign off on Steve Nash, like all this stuff that's going on. KD signed off on it, even if he's not the most vocal person, and he might say, well, I didn't say that. You signed off on it. So at the end of the day, you got to trade him. Now, will you trade him to? I don't know. Me personally, I like to see him go to. I wanted to see him go to Portland, or I wanted to see him go to. I didn't want to see him go to Phoenix because I think it would be too easy. But I don't know where he can go where to be, because he still got to get it off his back. Far as like he won with the Warriors, he got to win it somewhere else. But it can't be you go play with Chris Paul and Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton. That's gonna be the same thing. To me, basically, it's another easy ring. So I wouldn't mind seeing him with the Washington Wizards, but we don't have enough assets. But at the end of the day, I'll trade KD. Even I know saying it sounds crazy, but you gotta trade him. He become not washed, but it's just he getting older and he's just not the same guy. Unless he come up next year and kill, it's like, what you gonna do? So nobody ever last thing, nobody ever compared KD and LeBron no more. They two totally different people, totally different guys.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree with that too. So look, let's start here. So this is what we do know, because we all confused like until that meeting. We didn't know nothing about him having beef with Steve Nash now, right? But what we do know is that KD asked to pair up he asked to get James Harden. They made it happen. He asked for Blake Griffin, LaMarcus Aldridge, Paul Millsap, Patty Mills. I mean, all these guys. He asked for all these dudes. He asked for Steve Nash, like you said, Devin. So we know that. And so I'm trying to figure out why is he making this demand? And the only way I can think of is Sean Marks didn't re-sign KD. Sorry, Kyrie. And they probably told him this is a 2-in-1 package. Like either both of us or none of us. So the fact that they were willing to separate them, that KD like, all right, you gotta get rid of this dude. Cause y'all notice he did something unusual. He went straight to the owner and requested a trade. That normally don't happen. You normally go to the GM. So he went straight to the owner. So right there was like, why he go to the owner? I just thought that because he was just a man. You feel me? I'm gonna go to the owner and say it. But apparently he beefing with Sean Marks. And something had to happen when they lost to the Celtics and now something had to happen between him and Steve Nash. Because he had just praised Steve Nash when they got bounced by the Celtics. So something had to happen between now and then. And so if I was Joe Tsai, right? If I was him, I'm gonna keep KD, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put my pride to the side. I'm gonna keep KD, and I'm gonna get rid of Sean Marks and Steve Nash. First off, Steve Nash will be easy to get rid of because he probably want to get rid of him a long time ago. So now you got a reason to get rid of him. Sean Marks, at the end of the day, Sean Marks is a GM. Just like we try to criticize LeBron for picking Westbrook, at the end of the day, he's not the GM. The Lakers GM is his job to make that correct decision, say no or say yes. At the end of the day, Sean Marks made all these moves. He made a move to get Steve Nash, who never coached a day in his life, whatever, right? So I'm going to get rid of them because if you look at a squad they got right now, they have a good chance of going far in the playoffs and having a good season if you get the best Kyrie with his contract situation. But if you get rid of KD, when the next time the Nets might be in title contention. That's how I look at it. So I'm going to put my pride to the side, and I'm going to just keep KD and get rid of those two.
Yeah, I agree with you saying, but like me and like with Javon, like all of us were saying, the KD now he wishy-washy. So you don't know next year he might be like, yeah, I don't like this anymore. I feel like leaving. Now you done got rid of, even though I don't think Steve Nash is a good coach, and I feel like you could find another Sean Marks anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I think what's going on with KD is I think he thought something different than Steve Nash. He was used to, in Golden State, they played team basketball and moved around. You watch the Nets play, it's straight isolation basketball. I don't think he liked that. I don't think he liked it at all. Because look, he had him bringing the ball up. He didn't have to do that really in Golden State, really. That was Draymond Green. And then you saw he was getting ripped, and it's just he's not comfortable doing that. So, and I feel like, and then everybody watched Steve Nash don't make too many adjustments. And I think he realized, like, man, it ain't green on the other side. Steve Kerr made adjustments. It was team basketball. Over there, it's just, and then you got people speaking out like Goran Dragic, like that's what's happening. It's just one-on-one, everybody for themselves. And KD don't want to play like that. I mean, he that type of player, but he don't want to play like that. So I think he tired of Steve Nash. Like he said, the direction he going in. I don't think he think he a good coach.
Yeah, I agree. And you got to look at what's going on with the whole team in general. Like they see what's going on too. Like they still got to build chemistry. Who's the leader there? Like they got the talent to be a championship team, but you know what I'm saying? Are they going to be able to get through all the adversity to really be one? Now moving Steve Nash, you can get a leader there and a coach that can help facilitate that. But you also need a leader on the court as well. I don't know who's going to be that with Ben Simmons, Kyrie, and KD out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also when KD requested a trade, Patty Mills re-signed. He signed back with them after KD announced his trade. So right there was like, why would he do that? You know what I mean? All right. So I think that the chemistry would be good. I think the whole team is aboard with getting rid of Nash. Let's start. I think they are. I just think they are. So, and these guys, at the end of the day, they came over for KD. At the end of the day, that's why they came to the Nets. All these free agents. As far as chemistry and stuff. And so I look at their squad, they got Ben Simmons, Kyrie, KD, they went and got Royce O'Neal. I like TJ Warren. You got Joe Harris coming back. You still got Steph Curry, you still got Patty Mills. So you got a nice team. You got Andre Drummond and Andre Drummond's not there no more. But you got Nick Claskin, right? And then I'm pretty sure they can probably pick up another big, and then Cam Thomas coming up. So they got a nice team, man. They just need, because at the end of the day, y'all, before KD got hurt, they were the number 2 seed. So let's not act like they're a true 7 seed. He got hurt, and they got all the way down to the play-in Kyrie situation. So now they can finally come into the season and run it back like literally for real this time, with no distractions, no interruptions, all that stuff. So I think if I was, I'll move on. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.